Hey, what's up everyone? Owl here. Welcome back to 7 Wonders of St. Clementine, horror thriller visual novel, Chapter 3. Now, unlike the other videos I've made in this series, I'm going to try to do the entire chapter in one video, because it just works better for me on an organizational level. Also, I'm not the greatest at uploading frequently, because my life is crazy, but I feel like I can do like one large video a week, and that should be fine. So this game is by Top Hat Studios. They also made things like Citadel and Sigia, I think it's called. It's another visual novel game I'm probably going to be playing. And of course, Imagine Fantasia, based out of beautiful Jakarta, Indonesia. So Chapter 3, let's get back into it. Oh, very quick recap. In the last episode, we went to explore the actual 7 Wonders, which are different haunted spots around the school, and we discovered that one of them is haunted by this creature called the Death Nurse, who almost killed us, and actually did, in a situation where we screwed up. Then us and our roommate, Yuto, both passed out outside the school, where Reiko-chan found us and was talking to someone about how she wanted to, like, question us. So she's either really hardcore investigating the phenomenon that is the students missing. Oh yeah, students have been going missing from the school, and we're apparently getting in her way. Chapter 3. Curtain of the Apparitions. Are you okay? I know it must be hard for you, that everything is so confusing. But I know that you are much more capable than you think. Huh? It's okay. Everything will be fine. Okay. I believe in you, say. Who are you? Hello? It's just bright light. Oh, okay. Yeah, because I remember someone did tell Reiko to put us back in our dorm rooms. So here we are. It's the first time we've seen this place in the daylight. It's actually kind of nice looking. Morning, sleepyhead. You really don't hold back, do you? What are you talking about, man? It's 10 o'clock. That's sleeping in for you? Dude, I woke up at 2 o'clock today. Fuck you. What? Oh, shit. Relax. We don't have any classes until the afternoon. It's Saturday, man. Saturday classes? Ugh, what is this, college? Oh, right. Sei slammed his head back on the pillow again. I heard that some schools around the world don't have any class on Saturdays. At times like this, it kind of sucks to be in boarding school. There's a boarding school in my hometown, actually. I don't know what their schedule is, but I remember talking to people who've gone there that it's very rigorous. Like, if you go there, you go there. Yeah, being well aware of something doesn't mean you're actually prepared for it. Oh well, our school is different after all. I mean, it's haunted, and there's at least 2 monsters that are killing people. And the whole missing student thing. Pain was slowly encroaching on Sei's head. Ugh. What's wrong, man? He remembered the dream from last night. It was so vivid that he believed it to be reality. The Wonders, Screaming Staircase, the Grand Piano, and ultimately, the Death Nurse. My head... it hurts. Ugh, shit. He put his palm over his face. Here, drink some water, man. Feel better? Kinda. I don't know. My body's aching all over. For you, sir, I recommend a hearty brunch. Yeah. Let's go. By the way, today's lunch is curry. Huh? Sei stuck his nose out the window. A nice smell of exotic herbs and creamy curry immediately struck him. Oh yeah. This is a good one. Dude, you really had to stick your nose out like that, huh? Maybe your sense of smell is far different from a mere mortal like me. What about perfect score in every fucking written test, bro? You must be an alien. Whoa, hold it right there, buddy. Do you make out with your mom with that filthy mouth? And if so, can I watch? Hey, shut up, let's go. I'm ravenous. That bad, eh? So bad I could eat a cow. Whole. Like your mom? It was a bright day. The boys were sitting under the shade of a tree, enjoying the nice and calm breeze. They were so hungry back at the cafeteria that they didn't spare a breath just to talk. And they ate 3 times much more than they used to. Sei didn't complain. He just agreed and started to sip down his drink. And There they were, sitting in silence for a moment, just enjoying their surroundings, apparently having their memories erased and not knowing that they were almost brutally murdered last night. I'm thinking of skipping class this afternoon, man. Yuto, enjoying his drink, was so shocked that he gasped, spilling milk from his mouth like a waterfall. That's an image I'm very glad they did not illustrate. Whoa, dude, that's nasty! Yuto pulled a napkin from his pocket and wiped everything off his mouth perfectly. What? You? Skipping class? And as he shouted, all of the remaining milk in his mouth spread all over again. This dude needs to learn how to swallow. Dude, that's gross. Come on, it's not like tomorrow an apocalypse will happen. Heck, what is wrong with you? Well, this dude I know who really loves to study so much that he keeps showing up to class even when he's sick. Dude, I'm just a simple teenager. Things can feel off for me sometimes too. People in every stage of life usually don't realize their own problems though. Whatever, man. Sei was done with his bottle of milk. He threw the bottle to the trash bin, and it went perfectly. Shit. And usually people would be glad to pull off some real-life trick shot. That kind of thing for me is something akin to a bad premonition. Oh, so you believe in premonition? I thought you were all about science and whatnot. I don't know, man. This time, Yuto was done with his milk, and he threw it into the trash bin. Surprisingly, it didn't go in. Well, he is on the swim team, not the basketball team, so, I mean, come on. Where are you throwing, man? Surprising, eh? He went to pick his bottle up. A little help from a dying earth. So he turned around and yelled at Sei. For someone athletic like me, chosen for the nationals, that was a little bit embarrassing. Yeah, but you were chosen for swim team. Unless it's polo, and they just didn't say that. In which case, yeah, that's embarrassing, dude. Your polo team's screwed. Here we go again. They were both laughing at each other. So what's the matter, dude? What's what? We're roommates for 6 months already. I know what's what. There are something good and kind of bad when you know someone too much. I don't know. Last night I had a dream. I'm listening. Sei took a deep breath, filling his lungs to the limit, until his chest felt like it was going to burst. It's actually a very good breathing exercise. You should try it. He then let out the biggest sigh Yuto had ever heard, which I am now going to attempt to recreate. No matter how hard I try to forget, the fucking nightmare is just stuck in my head. I was exploring the school view at night, and we were checking out the 7 wonders. And you know what? It was fucking real. The ghost on the staircase, the poltergeist, and... Sei felt nausea hit him suddenly, and he threw up all of his lunch. You okay? I'm sorry. It was too fucking real. I can't... That moment, his brain recalled the deafeners. He could remember it to the very smallest detail. Rotten skin, crackling bone in every movement, bloodshot eyes, and horrendous face. It's okay, man. You can stop there. I got it already. But it was too fucking real. Sei grabbed Yuto's shirt. And you and I died horrible deaths. Many times. Whoa. I only died once before I reloaded the game. But yeah, he was strangled to death. It wasn't cool. That thing was horrendous. Sei screamed on Yuto's face. Oh, his breath must be nasty, man. Both of his eyes opened wide, but Yuto could see his own face in its reflection. But the eyes speak nothing but fear and terror. The flesh was rotten and torn apart, that you could see its bones. Its finger was so sharp that it could torn you apart. Sei. And its face was horrendous. It was smiling, the most dreadful smile I've ever seen in my life. Enough! Scream! Its scream was horrifying and... I said, enough! Yuto slapped Sei's hand. Ow, mother fricker. I'm sorry. It's okay. Sei? Oh my god, dude. I'm sorry, man. I got so scared over a dream that to make a fuss about it. I even cursed. Man, how unsightly for me. While Sei was laughing his ass off, Yuto started to roll his right sleeve up. Okay, I'll just take your word for it. He showed Sei a bandaged arm, right under his shoulder. Ah, okay, that makes more sense. There was a slight hint of blood spreading inside. Look at this. He opened his bandage, revealing a wound that was about to dry. What happened to you? By looking at the wound, Sei was reminded by the sight of the deaf nurse. Dude, explain to me. I'm sure you already know. No. It's not a dream. At that time, something snapped in Sei's brain. Ah! Sei jumped at Yuto, pushing him to the ground. Their eyes locked, their lips inches from each other, their breath heavy. Never once in his life, Sei punched anyone. Violence was something that never existed in his brain. But this time he threw punches at Yuto in every way he could. Every way. Fuck you! Fuck you! We almost lost our lives! This is your fault! Ah, don't put it all on me, man. You want to go exploring too. Shut up! Not long after that, some students asked for the teachers to help. Hey, both of you, stop it. What an honor student like you doing? I will bring Yuto to the infirmary. Please do, Fujisaki-sensei. I'm still waiting for you to speak. Wow, so Sai went crazy, and yeah. I mean, yeah, Yuto was the one who brought him to the infirmary where the nurse was, but Sei asked for him to take him there. There was nothing he could say to explain what had happened. More than that, how could he talk about some apparition running loose in the school at night? I don't know, there's definitely like a society that's out there looking for these things. No one would understand. Just like that, he came into a conclusion. If you think I can do telepathy, you're wrong. Oh my god, an honor student like you? What's in your mind right now, Sei? Ghosts, Seven Wonders, apparition, deaf nurse, Pearl Jam. That's the soundtrack in my head, Pearl Jam. It's pretty sweet, actually. What? Are you talking about that urban legend? To me, I feel like it's not a legend anymore. Sei said that with a serious tone. There was no room for compromise. Yuka tried to see any change of expression in Sei's face. Eye movement, muscle twitch, and so on. Anything to pick up a lie in one's face. But there were no such things. Alright, Sei, you win. But please, tell me the truth. I swear to God, never once in my life I uttered a single lie. That's heavy. It's okay, Sensei. There's no way you will trust me. Oh. She didn't say anything, and just left the empty classroom. Sei sighed and leaned his back while looking outside the window. He decided to spend a while there, thinking alone. What are you daydreaming about? Not so long after Sei decided to stay in the room, Yuka-sensei came back carrying a lot of documents and paper. It amazed Sei that Yuko, with her tiny body, could lift up that many documents. Are you alright? Let me help. At that point, Sei didn't realize that he had forgotten his trouble. Oh, good boy. Here, take some with you and put it near your table. Sei put the documents just as he said without question. Then, what are you gonna do with this? He. So these desks are weird to look at. Like, just stare at the desks back and forth. It's a little trippy. Ugh. Oh, no. Without Yuka-sensei had to say it, Sei started sorting the documents. Just like how she always asked Sei for help. I know I can count on you. I am ashamed of myself for not being able to say no. Less babbling, more working. Yeah. Point of view, Kurakawa Yuto. Wow. Oh no, his mouth's open again. Okay, I thought that they gave him... Every time the mouth is open, because like the red is like so dark, I keep thinking that they give him full luscious lips. But it's just that their mouth's open. Suzu, are you here? What is it, Ryu-chan? You're being so loud. Yudo? What happened? Come on, treat him. He had a little beef with his friends. These bruises aren't something you describe as a little beef. Yeah, whatever. But most important part is his hand. Oh my goodness, the wound is opening again. What are you doing? Just a little beef. Now that's done. Thanks, Suzu-sense. He felt a little pain when he moved his body. Don't move too much. A reopened wound is much more sensitive, so be careful. Alright. Are you okay, Yuto? I think so. You should rest your body from any heavy activities for some time. That wound is a little bit deeper than I expected. How many days does it take to fully recover? A week is the slowest, but I think it will take maybe 3 days or so. Thank goodness. Yuto was so moved that his teacher looked really relieved to hear such news. Dude, it's only because you're on the sports team. Hate to break it to you, doesn't actually care. Just wants your sports abilities. Until he said, with this, you can immediately go back to the training session, right? He said with the brightest smile that Yuto had ever seen from his teacher. With the brightest smile that Yuto had ever seen from his teacher. Is there no shred of sympathy for me, like, at all? Come on, you're not that weak. Besides, you have a bright future ahead of you, and you can't miss the opportunity. Ryu-chan, you meanie. Suzu pulled Ryu's ear to stop him talking. Ouch, that hurts! You can talk about his future as an athlete at a time like this? Look at him. He's just a teenager. He's not even legal yet. But he is... Suzu-sensei stopped Ryu from talking with her finger on his lips. The sexual tension filled the air. What he needs is... At that time, Yuto felt like his sexy-looking sensei might truly understand what he needs. He needs a love consultation! Right? It must be a problem with a girl, no? Yeah, that must be it. She said that enthusiastically, like it was the most righteous answer of all answer. You know, girls your age are sensitive. They are in an important stage of their life, after all. Everything will be complicated, especially love. And I know how that feels. And half the girls in this school have been vanishing, so, you know, it's kind of scary. And so she kept blabbering everything she knows about love, youth, and being a teenager, despite the fact that she's definitely not a teenager anymore. And damn, he looks good with those lips. I mean, just, that is a great shade for him. Meanwhile, Ryu's existence was pretty much discarded. But of course, it wasn't what he needed the most. The horror was true, and it lingered in his mind in an unexpected way. His mind would recall how near death he and Sei were, and that terrified him the most. Moreover, the wound on his hand. He really wasn't sure if the wound came from the death nurse, but there was no other answer but to believe that. Maybe I was too scared to notice his wound back then, he convinced himself, even though earlier he said the wound was by his shoulder, but whatever, continuity has been thrown out the window a long time ago. Why the long face? I'm sorry, This time, every time Yuto looked at Suzu-sensei, somewhere in his mind is telling him that she is the death nurse. I came up with that theory in the last episode. I said that she just came back from a drug bender and was just methed out of her mind, and that's why she killed them. And that pains him, because it kept bothering him while he constantly rejected that thought. I did think that the teachers could be the monsters. Or ghosts. I mean, that's the first, evidence we've had proving that, but I could see that. What should we do, Ryu-chan? Our precious little student is not enjoying his youth. Well, he had a fight with his friend. That is pretty much the spice of youth, isn't it? Yes, but having a good time with your friends is way better than that. Oh, how about it? Let's tell him that news. Are you sure? Why not? I'm sure he'll be glad as well. What are you two talking about? Well, we're gonna get married! Huh? Really? Okay. Huh. Yes, we are actually going to get married. Oh yeah, I'm getting that. Ryu held Suzu dearly when he said that. Yuto was confused, but he still mustered his congratulations to them. Oh my god, congratulations, you two. I could have sworn that you were... You know what, never mind. Thank you. See, Ryu-chan, he is also surprised and happy about the news. Yuno really wanted to say that he was not that surprised, more just kind of confused than anything. Huh. Still, he and most of the students knew of their relationship, but they thought they were just like, really good friends, if you know what I mean. Well, but why? I mean, like, why now of all times? Things just happened when the right time has come. We still had the choice to do it sooner or later. We just chose the earlier. I'm happy for both of you. Thanks. So, are you feeling good right now? I guess so. Thanks for the good news. But you don't seem to be that relieved, though. He couldn't lie. He couldn't fake his expression at all. So what are you thinking? Tell us. We are here not only to educate you. We're here to be your friend and maybe your temporary family. Boarding students are just like that. I guess I could tell you. Point of view, Mizukami say. Alright, so you're saying you've actually seen some of the 7 wonders of St. Clementine? Sei just told everything in his mind, blurting it out one by one. Right after their work was done, Sei began opening up to Yuka. I'm sorry, Sensei. I know you don't believe me. I'll be perfectly honest, everything you said is really hard to believe. However, I know that my dear student is not lying. Sensei? Alright, here's my advice for you. First, fix your relationship with Yuto. Then, you need to go on strong psychoactive medication. Yeah, that makes sense. Second, never, and I will say it again, never go into this building at night. But Sensei, stop right there. I'm sorry, but realistically, this would never have happened if you followed the rules. Oh, but what kind of Hogwarts bullshit school rules is that? Don't go into this room, because you'll be torn apart by a giant dog. Why is there a giant dog in the school? It's to guard this object that's being sought by a terrorist. Why is the object being sought by the terrorist hidden in the school? Because it's safest here. Not, like, in the government or, like, in the police station? Really? That's such... What? And if I heard you correctly, the so-called deaf nurse didn't pursue both of you when you got out? Yeah... Hey, Razzle Dazzle's playing Hades! That's the game of the year. You should go buy that. I'm not sponsored. Wish I was. It is safe to assume that it is only harmful at night, then. But, say, avoiding danger is also a form of saving one's soul. I heard you screaming about losing your life. At that moment, Sei realized he was being unreasonable with his words to Yuto. Yes, that is true, because you're the one who asked him to take you there! He wanted to apologize to Yuto immediately. But cell phones don't exist in this universe. That said, he was still dissatisfied with Yuka-sensei's reaction to his story. I agree. Though everything she said was just incorrect. I mean, yeah, it's like, there's a minefield outside this school. Don't go in it. But why is it there? I want you to be safe. So please, for your own sake, never stick your nose on this anymore. Alright. I understand. I know you are a very kind person, Sei. Please don't make me worry. I'd get stabby when I worry. What? Nothing. Sei didn't say anything. He just looked at the floor, contemplating. Yeah, that's a floor. That's definitely a floor, alright. Yeah, that's a floor. At middle school, he remembered himself renouncing anything that was not scientific. That time, one of his classmates claimed that he saw a ghost. Sei said something that he took as ridicule. Of course, he didn't have that kind of intention. They had a fight, and that student was injured. Sei apparently is secretly ripped and can really throw a punch, even though he failed to punch the deaf nurse last night, but he punched her in the hand, and that's not exactly a weak spot. Sigh, oh my goodness, now I feel like the villain. Ha ha ha, foreshadowing much? It's not like I don't believe in anything supernatural. In fact, I have a little story about something supernatural that is related to the 7 wonders. Well, you are the one who told us that story about the ghost students who hung themselves, like when we first arrived in town. Sei didn't respond with words. Instead, there was just a glimmer of light in his eyes. He felt that the teacher understood him better. You're not making this up, aren't you? I'm not. Trust your sensei a little bit more, will you? Huh. She cleared her throat. You ever heard of Higabana? Wait, I actually looked this up. Higabana, it's red spider lily. It's a flower. It's a poisonous flower, I believe. No, never. It's a piece of painting. Damn it! It's a piece of painting made by a person who loves the goddess of the mountains. Wait. Dip. Hold on. Hold your horses, people. Yeah, Higabana. Higabana, red spider lily. He, the mortal, loved to climb the mountain to find an inspiration for his painting. One day, he claimed that he met the goddess of mountain. Since then, he devoted himself to draw her, but something happened after he finished the piece. Oh, what if Higabana is the title of the painting? That would actually make sense. Oh, I'm stupid. He fell off the cliff. Oh no. The painting was then passed down to his family and eventually became a legend. Not because the painting was so captivating, but also a phenomenon which triggered right after he died. What happened? Sei took a deep breath. He was listening to her story so intently that he forgot to take a breath. But he just took a deep breath. Sorry, I said I wouldn't poke holes. Rain. There was rain pouring non-stop for 10 days. Some believed it was just a Mother Nature's phenomenon, and others believed it was because of the goddess of mountains. Huh? I have seen that painting. It was exhibited at some museum back then. The moment I see it, an hour just passed. I was standing there, just looking at the painting. Her words came out with a touch of melancholy. The tone was also changing. A tone sounded like finding your past, your youth, your time that can never come back. Nostalgia. Oh, hey, it felt nostalgic. Ah, okay, cool. Sorry, game. Yeah, you were right. Okay. It was that good? I'm not by any means a curator or a painting connoisseur, but I can feel the wholesomeness, earnestness, and most importantly, the love that painter poured into it. I know that sounded ridiculous, but can you ever feel someone's feeling clearly? That's impossible. Sadly, the painting was gone. It is said that the painting was torn into pieces. I might have a piece of that painting on me. I might have found it last night. Sei's might immediately thought of the piece of canvas he had discovered. Yeah, actually I found it inside of a dead deer. Does that mean anything? And the supernatural part of the story is, I strongly believe that the continuous rain was because the goddess of the mountains was crying non-stop. Crying because she never felt love before, and the fact that the one who loved her most was gone. She looked like she was genuinely sad. Her eyes became so teary, and her expression gradually saddened. Did you see them in your dream or something? Yuka smiled. Yeah, a dream that was so vivid I believed that the goddess of the mountains truly existed. After the recommendation session with Yuka-sensei, they didn't talk much. She let Sei skip the afternoon class to calm his mind. There was no other place to calm his troubled mind other than the place of culture, library, where he met that freshman that he has a crush on. Other than the books, of course, it was the girl. See, I know what he's thinking. But the library was closed, because, Saturday. And of course, the school library is never opened when you need it. Sorry, that was my college. My college library, it was open during classes, but then after classes, it was closed. And it was like, but I need to, type this paper for this class. And it's like, well, that sucks, doesn't it? Oh, well. Sei just stood there for a moment, until a known voice called him. Sei. Huh? Oh, Vice Prez. It's been a while. The Vice President was approaching slowly. What did you say? It's been a while, Vice Prez? Are you trying to be funny? Didn't we had a meeting yesterday? We did! Also, she carried our passed out bodies back to our dorm room, so she's also... Everyone in this world is apparently, super physically fit. Huh? Oh, yeah, sure. That was yesterday. So, what's up? I see you standing in front of the library. It seems the library is closed. Sei sighed. You know, you're quite famous around here. Somehow I get the feeling that I'm famous for something not as good. Well, you are called the bookworm who loves to talk with himself, after all. Do I look that lonely? Oh! Is the freshman a ghost? At least you do when you are in the library. What do you mean? Well, I know the librarian. She told me that every day you come to the library, picking your book, and had a conversation alone. Our girlfriend, oh man, our girlfriend's not real? Our potential girlfriend's not real. Oh, Say, I'm so sorry, man. Oh, that sucks. That really sucks for him. The librarian used thick glasses, is she not? I bet you couldn't see clearly. The hell is she saying? I was talking to Nana. Is she really that short? Yeah. Well, alright then. So why are you coming now? Borrowing books? Actually, I came to the library for a different reason. There's this chick I'm trying to date. Oh, yeah, he really went right into it. There's a girl I like who loves to hang out in the library too. So I use reading books in the library as an excuse to see her. Say said all that without any tone or change of expression. In fact, his face had been expressionless this entire time. I didn't read it that way, but whatever. What's wrong? I don't know. Time just feels slow for me right now. Maybe, I don't know. It's just my perception of time. Everything's relative. Man, I'm being super weird. I'm sorry, Vice President. I'm out of it today. Also, I beat the living crap out of Yudo. It's definitely not normal. His face finally contorted into an exhausted expression. He believed there wasn't anyone who would believe him about the Seven Wonders and its danger. You know what? I had a best friend who loved to hang out in the library. She was so small. Her hair was short blonde but fluffy like a cloud. And there was nothing she loved more than books. I see. What happened to her now? Well, she died. Reiko sighed. It's somewhat ironic you asked that. You see, 2 years ago, she was suddenly gone, without any trace. Oh! Okay, so the girl we're hitting on is Reiko's best friend, who's one of the girls who disappeared. Oh, okay. This is weird, though, because, like, yeah, so this is the second time that a person who's been a victim has popped back into existence. Because our character's mom disappeared at the school, but we have memories of her as an adult. So she had to come back into existence to give birth to us. And now she's gone again. Whereas Reiko's best friend is the same thing. She vanished, but she reappears at the library. And the forest. We saw her in the forest as well. Without any trace? Sei's heart began to beat so fast that he couldn't hold it. Disappearing without any trace, those words alone were enough to make him froze in pain. She was one of the victims of a disappeared student case in the school. Dullahan of the Seven Wonders. That's the Irish headless horseman. How do you... For the past 2 years, I've been looking for her whereabouts. Even if it's only her corpse, I will definitely find her. Her tone turned serious. You know, it's weird, because most of the people who disappear, people lose their memories of them. They just know that somebody's missing. But both Reiko and Sei clearly remember Nana, so that's interesting. Or Nana. I'm just going to keep calling her Nana, but... Mizukami Sei, have you seen the deaf nurse? Those words gave shock to Sei. His brain couldn't handle it. Did you just say... Impossible. Let me tell you that you're not the only one who knows about that thing. But... how you... This is not the place to discuss it. Follow me. I can show you something. And I'm going to tell you something that you might want to know. Ooh. Reiko brought Sei to an unused art room. The vibe was somewhat similar to the old music room, but this one was used as an emergency storage room. Yeah, there's lockers, there's some paintings, nice light. Actually looks like a pretty chill classroom. Though there are still many items from the days it was used as an art room, the room was quiet, and it remained the same even if there were 3 people in the room. Are you guys actually fighting? Yudo was already in the room. Yudo! What's up, buddy? He was so upset that he thought the vice president was finally opening up to him. Oh, he thought that Reiko brought him into the room to confess her love. No, we're solving a mystery. Sorry, buddy. Instead, she brought someone who had punched him a lot of time not too long ago. Reiko-chan, I thought you were gonna open up to me. Don't call me by my... What the fuck? Don't call me by my name. I never thought that... I know this game is translated from another language, but sometimes it's like, what the hell? I never thought that the meathead is here. The fuck? You book-obsessed freak. Oh, we're still mad at each other. Okay. Second rate nerd. Stop that. Stop that now. Look at my full lips. Look at my full pouty lips. Oh my god, are you both children? There is a serious problem we have on our hands here. You know we have like a zombie nurse that's strangling people, right? Should be concerned about that. Yudo and Sei immediately stopped. They didn't say anything after that, just like kids who got reprimanded for fighting over toys. Listen, I will tell you why I know about the deafeners. Why it is so important for us. Well, I don't really know about you, Yuto, but I know that you... She looked at Sei intently. You might want to hear this. There were questions that appeared in Sei's head, one to another rapidly, but he chose to listen for now. Everything began when I realized that my best friend had gone for quite some time. What do you mean? It was as if her existence was never there to begin with. There was no memories of her left in me. One day I realized that this photograph... Reiko showed the boys a photo. An empty background? I was the one who took this picture. It was our first coming home together after being a high schooler. To be honest, I'm not sure if this is supposed to be a person's portrait at that time. However, my memories came to me when I found this. This time, she showed the boys a piece of canvas paper cloth. A second piece of the red spider lily picture. That piece of cloth. No, it's a piece of a painting. Exactly. Where did you find that? Received piece of Figabana. A girl dropped this, and I tried to give it back to her. At that time, something felt different, though I don't know what was actually happening. One thing for sure, the girl who dropped this was dead. What happened? Yuto and Sei's face turned pale blue. They didn't expect that to happen. She was committing suicide from the old music room. Both the boys remembered her visit to the room. People suspected that she was depressed, but I don't think so, especially since I touched this piece of canvas, and a vague memory of my missing best friend came to me. Is it connected to the 7 wonders of St. Clementine? A sudden silence entered in between them. It was an agreement in silence. I know that both of you also have another piece of this canvas, like this. I got one. Yudo showed the paper from his chest pocket, which doesn't exist, but whatever. How about you? I got 2 of me. Dude, I thought you were gonna throw them out. I know, man, but I can't bring myself to throw them for some reason. Somehow, I am still wondering what kind of painting it looks like when I can collect every piece. Yeah, me too, actually, to be honest. You're quite brave, Sei. What do you mean? Painting, strange occurrences, a mysterious happening. Ah, shit. Throw them out right now, man. It's a Higginbana. Damn it! Both of them threw the pieces of canvas to the ground. Don't throw them out. I need them to solve this mystery. Did you guys figure that out already? There's a fine line between knowing no fear and reckless. I was so scared when I see the deafeners. But this time I got both of you. We can solve this mystery together. All of this are also related to the missing young woman case, and I am sure of that. The girl must have had a hit on her head somewhere. Is she crazy? Or does she want to die? The deaf nurse was fucking real. Whatever, I'll tap out. I understand. I will help you, Vice President. Sei stopped his steps before reaching the door. Thank you. So, where do we start? Yudo asked the Vice President with a serious tone, without any room for his goofy and playful side. He was serious. There was also no pretext of being closer to the girl he longed for in the past 6 months. It was purely for something else in his mind. Wait, are you guys nuts? Now that we know that those ghosts are real, why the hell are you walking into the fire? There was no answer from them. Just standing there with complicated expression. An expression that shows very much that they are afraid, but had no other way but to do it. Sei, listen. There is no way in hell I would go back there just to find a random girl I don't know. Well... Being so tactless was the last thing Sei would do on how he carried himself. He lost his self-composure to fear and panic. Vice Prez, I'm sorry. It's okay. I was like you when I first found out the 7 wonders were real. I often lost my composure back then. It was clear that her voice was shaking, but she held in her anger and frustration. Then why? Because I want to find my friend. The Vice President suddenly screamed. Sei didn't quite expect that. The always calm and composure Aikawa Reiko was screaming. She was my precious friend! But those ghosts! We might die! This time, Sei was confident that he was the one who screamed the loudest, and also the one who spoke for the right mindset. Reiko managed to hold her emotions, took a deep breath, and gave Sei a serious gaze. Then let me tell you something that might change your mind. The air turned stale after those words came out of her mouth. Her name is Inori. A stream of memories burst into Sei's mind. It was too sudden that his head was aching. Dude, what's happening? That name. Ah! Her name is Mizukami Inori. What? Ah! Every single thing he remembered about that one person came all at once. He smashed his head on the floor. Oh shit. What the fuck? Sei, stop! That's fine. No, it's not fine if Sei smashes his brains on the floor. That's not a good thing. Look here, I don't know how you can save us while my friend is smashing his head on the floor like a lunatic. How is this fine to you? Just wait. Ah, my head. It hurts. Fuck! Sei, stop it! A short while later, Sei stopped feeling pain because he was dead. Are you okay, dude? Yeah, apart from physical pain. I mean, what I feel just now was more like a pain inside your brain. Like there's a nail stuck inside my brain. What's happening? Sei, Mizukami Inori is your mother, right? Wait. What? How do you know about that? What? This time, Reiko showed Yuto and Sei a document full of newspaper clip. The headline written was, "A genius, Mizukami Inori, finalized her design on a perfect renewable energy." The headline followed with a picture of a woman in her late 20s. She is your missing mother, right? Mom. Reiko-chan, how do you know about this? The only reason why I wanted to join the student council are these. Then she revealed another document that was related to the missing girls and the 7 wonders. These are information that the school are hiding from us, about the students who went missing, students who were dead because of the 7 wonders, and... What? Say what? Death of the students by the 7 wonders? Yes. Somehow the school managed to do that. How they could erase their traces beyond me. In fact, the girl who were dropping that piece of canvas was dead, falling from the 4th floor while the window from the old music room was opened. Even after all that, they kept the school open for some reason. Are you saying that we can retain our minds because of these pieces of canvases? And the reason why you could see the Death Nurse and the other 7 wonders. Oh shit. What the hell am I involved into? I'm sorry to say this, but there is no way out. Yuto was speechless. He realized that the only thing he can do is to accept his fate. I understand, but... Yuto and Reiko looked at Sei, who were staring at his mother's photograph. He couldn't believe how he forgot her face. I think we need some time. Of course. It was only last night that you two had to face the Death Nurse after all. Remember, don't talk about this to anyone else, especially the teacher. Why? I don't trust them. Yeah, I don't trust them either. Those teachers are definitely up to something. At the very least, they know what's going on. So that makes them complicit, you know? And worst case scenario, they actually are the monsters themselves. Huh, I agree. Why the sudden silence? Even your upset face is so beautiful. Shut up. Later that day. They went back to their room, and none of them opened their mouth on the way. Yuto thought that Sei was still upset at him. He didn't mind what Sei did to him. In fact, Sei's punches were so weak that he couldn't even feel them, despite the fact that he supposedly was covered in bruises. And the nurse was like, oh no, he's been hurt. Sure, man. I think this guy might have some nerve damage. So, Yuto thought that he had to apologize first. Sei, you know, sorry for everything, man. I admit that my recklessness had bring nothing but cost you and your sanity. I'm sorry, man. Sei didn't say a word. He was just staring outside the window, aimlessly. What do you say, man? On the contrary, I'm grateful to you. What? I mean, I know I've never told you this, But I've been searching for my mother all this time. At the very least, right now, I know where to search for her. Even if it's just her remnant. So, I am grateful to you. Say. Though, that was really scary, man, and to be honest, I'm scared for my life. Are you saying? Yeah, I'm willing to go through all this shit again. And since that death nurse or anything is really going to kill us, I will need us to cover each other's back. Please, help me. Yeah, dude, I will. And thank you. Say felt genuine gratefulness toward his roommate. Besides, to Say, Yuto was like a brother. A sibling that he had always wished for. You said something good, man. Don't say that. It's like I've been only spewing trash off of my mouth, dude. Haha, but man, I don't know that you also have that side of you. Willing to go through that horror again? Of course, dude. Yeah, to think you're an M. What? Well, I mean, people have different tastes. It's not my place to tell you things, but man, only a maniac would love to feel that horror again. Nah, or an adrenaline junkie. Or I guess could be a maniac. I don't know. You're an idiot, dude. You're stupid. You're a moron. Vice President told us to rest for 3 days. Mental prep is important after all. Oh well, let's get to sleep. Ugh. Yeah, I'm tired. See you tomorrow, dude. Yuto woke up and raised himself up from his bed. I'm sorry, dude. Point of view, Kurokawa Yuto. We're going out. Ooh, we're going out on our own. Man in suit. Young master, how can I help you? I need to meet my father. Master is currently in England, young master. I don't care. Bring me to see him. I want a flight tonight. But you have school tomorrow, right? Dude, it's high school. I can skip a few classes. I don't care. Do you dare to go against me? I would never dare, young master. However, I also have a duty from master to take care of you, young master. Are you, like, being turned on by calling me master? No. Who the hell are you to question me, man? The man in the suit didn't say anything, or do anything to affirm his master, but he wouldn't say anything if his young master didn't give him any good reason. Yes. Fine. I found this. The man in the suit checked the document of Kurokawa family with a light that came out of nowhere. The butlers of Kurokawa family are trained to be prepared for anything, including to read some documents at night. Okay, I mean, it's handy. Yuto couldn't see his expression, but he faintly knew that the man was surprised. This document? It's too late. I have seen it. I've memorized everything. Oh, shit. The butler knew Yuto since he was a child. He knew that the young master he served have a very, very strong memory. I know that my family have so many secrets that they don't even want to share with me. But this time, I need to know what's happening. I won't say anything else. Just get in the car. I understand, young master, but why the hurry? This school is creeping me out, man. Fair enough. And with Yuto vanishing to England to see his dad, we're going to end the episode there. I tried really, really hard to make this into one episode, but oh my god, Chapter 3 goes on for like another hour worth of video. I haven't actually edited that part yet, so we'll see how much I could shrink it down to. But this one, we're just going to end here. It seems like a good enough spot. So there will be only 2 parts. But anywho, that doesn't really matter. So thank you for watching. If you liked what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe. If you didn't like what you saw, please like, share, and subscribe anyway. Every like means things to me. And I will see you guys in the next video. Mwah!